Hey everybody, Destroy here. I'm back with another cast of the Battlefield 2, patch 1.06. And we have a 2v2 on Tower Hills today. Alright, so we got the Destroy, which means I'm hosting. When my name is the Destroy, I'm hosting. Otherwise it's Destroyer. As goblins in the top left, and my partner is Aragrouine in this game as the Dwarves. And our opponents today are EttoDiPros as Dwarves there. I'll just call him Etto for short, and brandobras as the Elves in the bottom right as his partner. So, Elf and Dwarf versus Goblin and Dwarf. That should be interesting. I don't remember this game, quite frankly, so I don't remember what I did or what happened. But it does look like I'm opening with a fissure. This is a 4K game, so we're starting off 4,000 resources, as I tend to do on Battlefield 2, just because I enjoy it more. And we will begin utilizing our strategies there. I'm going with cave trolls, it looks like, and a goblin cave there. Partner going with battle wagon, and it looks like a dwarven barracks top of that, so that'll be useful. Brandobras going with double elven barracks, and he does have an elven hero. Who is this? That is Glorfindel, of course. The elven warlord himself, or whatever. Apparently, Glorfindel's pretty badass in the actual story of Lord of the Rings. And we got Gimli, of course. A lot of players tend to rely heavily on Gimli. When they have 4,000, they will always almost buy Gimli. And I understand why. Sometimes I feel it's better, though, to just get a giant army of dwarves than to just get a Gimli. But it just really depends. Because Gimli can actually kill a giant army of dwarves sometimes. So, it's debatable. But we'll see if his Gimli pays off. Against goblins, sometimes Gimli does not pay off, as there will be numerous amounts of goblin warriors doing poison blades. It could actually be bad for Gimli. Obviously he doesn't know I'm goblins, so that is a thing. He does now. Looks like he will be capturing that outpost. Has anyone captured our outpost? Yes, Aragrouine has captured it. No one has captured this one yet, and no one has captured the bottom one here. Curious that Brandobras wouldn't go capture that one, I guess. He is going with some Lorien archers and looks like some pikes. And it looks like Lorien is going to be getting some experience. Aragouine opting to get Lorien instead of Gimli, which is definitely a more conservative way of doing things. He's much cheaper, he can get a lot more troops, and he's still powerful. But Gimli against Lorien, obviously, Gimli would own him, mop the floor with him. Looks like I do knock down the outpost there instead of trying to claim it. I wouldn't be able to take it from the dwarves, really. So I figured knocking it down would probably be the best strategy to employ, so he doesn't get the funds off of it. If I can't have it, no one can. That kind of mentality. And Aragrouine, the dwarves will be pushing forward now. If he groups up his guys well enough, a big slam could actually kill a lot of guys there. Like a slam right here would kill this whole circle almost. Of course, that would be difficult to do. Looks like he gets a big slam off on the guys in front, though. Lots of Mithlon sentries going down. He does throw a heal down on his guys. I've sent some goblins to raid. I'm attempting to raid his bottom tunnels. He does have a glowing now as well. So this player opting to go 2 heroes. So going very hero heavy. Also having a lot of guardians. But dwarves are slow and they have difficulty dealing with goblin spam. Unless they get a battle wagon. But he has no battle wagon, as you see there. So Aragrouine does, and he is utilizing it quite nicely. As you see, it tears elven archers to pieces. Will he actually manage to get away? Oh, just. That is very good for him. And yeah, Aragrouine doing quite well against his opponent. He's managing to do some damage here, but it doesn't look like he has enough left to actually finish off much, I don't think. He's definitely gonna need more men. Meanwhile, I'm raiding Etto's mines once again. His Gimli is waiting for something. And I've started getting half-tone marauders and spider riders now, along with my goblin warriors. That's the good part about goblins. You can keep them busy. I also got cave trolls here, as you see. I've given them both a stick. You can keep spamming goblin warriors, and since they're so cheap, you'll be saving a lot of money. And then you can start getting better troops to supplement that. Spider riders are great for going around and like killing stuff and obviously trampling everything, especially under the cave bats. Cave bats neutralizing their armor and much more trampleable, as they don't take a ton of trample damage being dwarves. There's one benefit of being a stocky short dwarf is they don't take a lot of trample damage. And there's Gimli all by himself over here, possibly going to be in a bit of trouble, although I don't have a lot of guys left over here. I want some half trolls still here, and some spider riders, but that's not going to be enough to take out a Gimli, I don't think. Not quite right away. Does anyone take? No one's still taking this outpost. That's kind of weird. You would think one of these players would take in their outpost. Maybe they just didn't have time. This is a mistake. Gimli running in, taking flanking damage. My guy's inaggressive, now using poison blades, and he's ran himself into a goblin ambush. And this is a prime example of players overestimating Gimli's abilities. While he is overpowered as hell, he's not invincible. So, don't run him in by himself. That is madness. And now I have the ability to spam lots of troops out, and I'll begin pushing forward against the dwarven player, Ettos, who now has very little in the way of an army. Does he have guys in his mind, though? Possibly. I mean, he does, because he's loading them in. Actually, he only has the guys that he's loading in now. Other than that, he has no army. And now I'm continuing to raid his stuff, and bringing forth my powerful army. And my dwarven teammate doing the same. He still has that battle wagon with no life. Amazing. If he put a hearth on the back, it would actually heal up. And it also acts as a mobile hearth. Perhaps he should do that in the future? I thought they actually healed. I guess he has to get to level 5 if he wants it to heal up by itself. But it does have to be targeted before it's going to die. Maybe you can at least get one last trample off with it. Oh, there it goes. But those Lorien archers getting completely obliterated. Let's see how I'm doing over here. These trolls doing a lot of damage here. The Gimli is right back out on the field. This fortress is taking a bit of damage from these cave trolls. Gimli jumping on top of them, trying to stop them best he can. But even if he does stop this, I can bring more. He has summoned Men of Dale, and he hasn't actually sent them into combat yet. So now they're just ticking away. That is definitely not the best use of Men of Dale summon I've ever seen. Oh, there he goes. He will fight this off, undoubtedly. I don't have no forces here left to actually kill him off. Although I have done a terrible amount of damage here. As you see, I do have 7 power points and 2 level 5 powers. He has Dale and that and 4 power points. Brandobras, the elf, has 6 power points and heal, and dwarves have heal and 13 power points. Almost having a good amount of power points there. Although he does look into level 10 before he can get anything nice in the 15 range. But his Gimli doing a lot of damage here. And he does the Forged Blades upgrades as well as armor. So things are looking very bleak for the elf. Brandobras. Being able to take out these heavily armored dwarves with the leadership and all that from Gimli, gonna be tough. As well as having glowing, you can shake foundation and such. And dwarves will be dead here, or elves will be dead here pretty quickly. Meanwhile, dwarves looking to do a counterattack. Although I don't it might do pretty well. It's a pretty fierce army. He does have leadership from Gimli. He does have a level 5 Gimli. Although these Men of Dale will dissipate. These last a long time in patch 1.06. Holy crap. I wasn't aware how long they lasted. They are still in the field. And yeah, things are looking very bad. There is no way the elf can come back from this. So brandobras will be defeated here very, very shortly. So we'll just watch what happens in my base then. My spider riders do I do have forged blades on all my guys now. Even giving my little guys forged blades so they do more damage. Spider riders killing lots and lots of Men of Dale. Go to the cave bats. Brandobras has been defeated. That will leave the dwarves freed up to go attack the other dwarf player, whose army has pretty much dwindled down to nothing besides Gimli. Yeah, we do have a mine shaft being summoned down by Aragrouine, knocking all the guys about. Possibly he'll bring a battle wagon out or something? Maybe not. But it looks like Gimli is killed there by these Goblin Warriors, Poison Blades, and Forged Blades. Gimli is just not very good against the Goblin Warrior spam. Because he swings one at a time, and there's just so many. And they do the poison damage. It's just very good against him. So it's something to keep in mind. Goblin spam, or whatever, is very good against heroes, in general, I'd say. Unless they're Nazgul. Nazgul are pretty good against those, as they can just run through them, kill them quite easily. And they do have the Dread Facade, all their stuff. And now, it's dwarf on dwarf action here. And Etto is going to be in a lot of trouble. So Aragrouine's army is all fully armored, fully upgraded. He does have Gloin there, using his Shake Foundation on the fortress. Enemy Gloin is coming in. This Gimli is level 7. Slayer is still on cooldown though, unfortunately for him. And these fully upgraded dwarves, definitely going to be a force to be reckoned with. Does he have the forged blade or the hammer? He does have the siege hammer as well. So his guardians will be doing more damage to structures. So there's no way this fort is going to live. You see they're doing a ton of damage. And my army showed up as well. Looks like I've summoned some wildmen, as well as sent a lot of guys. And we're just swarming him to death. And this will be the end of the dwarven player, EttoDiPros. Or DiPros to Dios. I'm mixing that up with something else from Sid Meier's Pirates. Nombre de Dios. There we go. There, he's dead. Game over. Well played to everyone in that match. Well played to my partner, Aragrouine. He did pretty well, as he usually does. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed that. And I will see you in the next cast of Battlefield 2 patch 1.06. See you later.
You cannot hide. I see.